Hello and welcome back to Wandering Nobles. Last time we expanded quite a bit and I was looking around at some things and I was like, oh, what wars are my legion? Just kind of like casually looking, figuring out what kind of stuff was going on. And then eventually we got to this war and I went, wait a second, the last part of that looks familiar. This thing, that's my title. This little guy right down here has declared a war for my title that I just declared a war for. It's completely unacceptable. That is 100%. I cannot believe that they would do that to me. My liege is at war with them. But you know what? That's not enough. You, my friend, have made not so powerful an enemy, but a powerful enough an enemy that I'm just going to declare my own war back at you. So, the situation that we're in is they are at war with my liege in a holy war to take my land, and I've now declared a counter war to take their land, which my liege will in turn, in theory, help me with because my liege can put their troops on top of our troops. However, my liege is a little bit busy doing their own thing somewhere. I don't know, their troops are somewhere, I'm sure. Like, where are you? Yeah, their troops are over here doing something somewhere. We don't need to worry about that. We have enough troops to deal with these guys by ourselves. We're actually pretty evenly matched, which is why I was pretty happy to just declare the war. So, raise some troops and let's go. We're immediately starting with war, as all good episodes should. Now, how rich are they? They are not that rich. They don't have that many troops. Okay. I'm going to deliberately walk into Fog of War. That's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to deliberately walk over here and try and get... Let's go here. I'm going into Fog of War. The reason I'm going into Fog of War is I would like these guys to move. I would like them to siege the war goal. Why do I want them to siege the war goal? Well, because if they siege the war goal, then I can siege their only province, and then even if we both siege at the same time, we'll win the war. Now, if that doesn't work, we're going to have some problems. It doesn't look like that's working. Okay, how does it feel about it if we attack them? Defending in a river crossing, defensive buildings, more men-at-arms counter. It actually feels pretty positive about us doing this. It's only the river crossing that's a major issue. Where is this the river here? That looks like the river to me. So if I attack from that province, am I looking better? So if I go in here and attack, how do we look? That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I'm ready. Is this person cheating on me? I will confront them. They were not cheating on me for the 10th time of me asking. Okay, that's fine. We really need to find a way to avoid, avoid having to do that. But anyway, we have a new son. This son is Tan Rivermiss, who is from our wife. Is this our secondary? No, this is our first wife again. Our secondary wife has not given us a child yet. Oh, okay. Cool. Right, attack in. I don't know what their plan is, because we're just going to beat them up. Really, I would have moved if I was them. Would have made any sort of effort to do anything. Our physician has become better. Now, our daughter became ill. It's this daughter. You're currently not where we are. That would explain why you're ill. Because you're in a plague. I was like, do we have something on our capital? Nope, she's currently over here, which is why she's ill. Okay, cool. 11 months to siege. Let's do it. Basically, just take hands off the keyboard now and just sit, relax. Don't need to move, don't need to do anything. We're about to be in another battle. As you'll see, we're going to win this battle pretty easily. Still doing literally nothing to change anything about the war. Just watching these guys run into us again. I'm sure it will go well this time. They do actually have a potential winning case here. There is something they could do that would cause us an issue. If they manage to lower our troop count below 770, then that would cause us a major issue. That is their one walking away, right? Yeah, I think it's their one walking away. Yeah, if they manage to lower our troop count below 770, we'd have a major issue because we would not be able to siege, so they would get taking war score over time. That's not the case though, so we are going to take their land. Another thing that we could potentially do, or another thing they could potentially do, and what we could do if we were in their situation, is we could, the ideal thing to do in their situation right now is, now they've reduced our troop count, is hire mercenaries, right? So if they hired mercenaries, they actually have 2 bits of land, I just noticed, so my original plan wouldn't have worked. So this is good that they just keep running into us. But if they were to raise some troops over here and then walk into our troops here with some mercenaries, they would have some they would have a very high percentage of men-at-arms in their army, and they'd have about equal troop count, and that would destroy us. But they're not going to do that, because that's not how the AI works. So, last this person to convert, and we will continue sitting here sieging. Wonderful. Actually, is this... This is a temple holding. Never mind, we don't need to siege that. That's fine. My original plan would have worked. My original plan would have been perfect. There's a new culture. It's the Gond Bengali culture, which is a mixture of the Bengali culture and the Gond culture. Crazy, I know. They just reinforced. I was like, wait a second. How did they get more troops? They reinforced. They hired some mercenaries. Well, there you go. They did hire some mercenaries. They just hired an adventurer, which is not the way to do it. But they might actually have enough to fight us. How long is it going to take if I assault fort? I need to breach the walls. Well, that's a major problem, as I haven't. Yeah, you see, now the plan might have worked, but they made 2 very major errors here. The first one is they didn't come at the same time as this army, which actually means that they're about to lose a whole bunch of troops before this army even gets here, even though it's only 2 days. The second error that they made is that because they're attacking from the boats rather than attacking from the land, they're going to take a major penalty to their advantage due to... Well, they should take a major penalty. Oh, we're actually the attacker. Never mind. I thought they should get a penalty for landing, but no, if they're the defender, maybe this is going to work. This might work for them. They're going to get 500 troops in here. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is actually going to work fantastically. Depends how many they lose here, to be honest. They can, again, if they can drop us below 700, they win, effectively. Where did the 500 troops... Ah. Now, you see, now that could lose them the war. That could definitely lose them the war. If they, if their allies, instead of joining the fight, decide to go to Baku. That would definitely lose them the war. Never mind. Turns out, the AI also has problems with their allies doing what they want them to do. I'm just checking here. It has 100 control. We don't want to siege it because we want to keep control high because it's going to be our land. So actually this is perfect. I'm going to enforce demands. The other option that we could do here is we could ransom her for an extra 37 gold. But because we're going to hold this land directly for a while, let's enforce demands. So we now have Amul. It did lower control down to 25, but I think it would have been 0 had we sieged it, so... That's good. And then disband. Now, we are 3 over our domain limit. We can fix some of that, though, because I'm going to grant this temple holding to a noble of my culture. I could make it a noble of their culture, but I don't think it actually matters, because I think that it won't reduce popular... I don't think this is going to reduce popular opinion, despite it saying it will. Yeah, it doesn't reduce popular opinion. It would reduce popular opinion if we gave this holding to someone else, but we're not giving this holding to someone else. This is our holding. So, anyway, we're also not going to get anything from it for another 13 months because we're above our domain limit. Also, our legitimacy just went up to rightful, which is nice. Gives us a little popular opinion across the board. Cool. Why has this got a thing? I have 1 untaxed vassal. I'm sure that'll fix itself. Right. Cool. And now we have way more land than we can cope with. Now, I would love it if we could have a better wife. Is there a way of upgrading a secondary wife? Yes. There is literally a way of upgrading a secondary wife. Wonderful. I want to marry the person with the highest stewardship that we can find. I don't care about anything else. Literally just who has the highest stewardship, and it's her. I want to marry you. Wonderful. Now that does reduce my legitimacy level to aspiring. We lose 200. Is that a problem going down to aspiring? It is a little annoying. Is there somebody who's slightly better? How about you? You've got 22. You're 55 years. Oh, this will not cause any problems with our legitimacy. Wonderful. We're going to marry her. Wonderful. We'll send that proposal through there and see what's said. Adventurer is landed, so this person has been landed over here. Alright, cool. Back to us. Wonderful. So, this is my new wife. You're also my primary wife. My current primary wife is very unhappy, but, you know, we're paranoid. We think she's been sleeping with someone else, so we're going to make this our primary wife. Now, the main benefit of that is that we can then... well, we'll wait a second for it to recalculate, because it obviously hasn't. You can already see we're at 4 of 5 domain here. Our stewardship has gone up. That is because she is currently giving us +4. Now, we know that she's actually going to give us an extra domain limit if we switch her to manage domain, because you get an extra domain limit every 6 stewardship, and she's going to give us an extra 7 if we switch over to manage domain here. So, we switch to manage domain, we're now at 5 of 5, and suddenly we are within the domain limit for all of our holdings, which means that we're going to earn a ton more money and we're going to have a ton more troops, which is fantastic. So we'll wait to the end of the month and we'll see how this goes. I think troop count is affected by whether you're over the domain limit or not, but I'm actually questioning that. Our liege is converting our land. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, liege. And this person... Oh, we already know that they were landed. Okay. Basilius has won a war in... against Croatia in the Byzantine expansion. So they've expanded into Lika here. So yeah, they are definitely expanding all the way up here. They are absolutely massive. Somebody wondered if the Byzantines were a conqueror. No, the Byzantines are just doing Byzantine things. Now, I do think that we probably impacted this, if you think about it. So, one, huge conqueror up here. Also, what's happened to Scandinavia? Oh no, there's multiple claims and they're falling apart. They're attacking someone in the adventurer invasion. Oh, because they called you int. Oh no. Oh, they're falling apart. Anyway, there's a couple of things up here that happened that were pretty major. First of all, Scandinavia in this world state was originally a conqueror. So what they did immediately is they came down here and they weakened this entire area, right? So all of this was weak. Then, what happened is Poland became a conqueror. So they made this entire area even weaker because they expanded outwards. Then, the Holy Roman Empire became conquerors, and they expanded up into the weakened areas. So they took over the remains of Scandinavia that was falling apart, and the remains of the Polish Empire, which was falling apart. I think there was another conqueror over here as well that fell apart. So, this entire area has been constantly falling apart. The Byzantines, on the other hand, have never had a conqueror, so they are quite happily just expanding into all of the areas that previously would have been backed up by the Holy Roman Empire, right? So the Holy Roman Empire in Poland, and I think Bohemia and Bavaria would naturally back up this area here. There are also a couple of other things that I think caused them major issues. When we first started the game, we were on the first version of Roads to Power. Now, the first version of Roads to Power caused a lot of nations to run out of money very quickly because they would give their entire treasury to you as a reward for missions. Now, this means that because our original character was in Bavaria and they traveled around this area mainly, we were also reducing the amount of income that this area had. So the Byzantines quite happily went in here and took everything they could. We also traveled down here to Northern Africa, and you know what happened? We reduced their income, and the Byzantines quite happily came in here and took a bunch of land. So, basically, I'm saying that a lot of this is our fault. I think France is also potentially our fault for walking around as adventurers taking all of their money. They don't do that anymore, but they did at one point. Also, I think by making a unified Britannia over here, as in one of our previous characters, what that did is that that blocked up another route for expansion, because this is a nice solid nation now. It means that places like France, places like the Holy Roman Empire, they're not expanding up into here. They're instead having to expand into the easy-to-get territories, which means that, again, they're expanding away from the Byzantine Empire, and the Byzantine Empire just eats everything that it wants. There were also some crusades that failed and things, and yeah. Anyway, that's basically what I think's happened here. And then the Seljuks becoming very strong early, I suspect what they did is they curbed the Abbasids' natural aggression towards the Byzantines, which again meant that the Byzantines basically just got to sit in the eye of the storm, right? Like, everything around them was chaos with conquerors, and they just got to sit here and, well, scale, basically. They have a ton of extra stats just from being Byzantines. You know, I think that that's what's happened. Now, I also suspect that the exact same thing that happens in every other game will eventually happen here, which is that the Byzantines will naturally fall apart unless the admin government is going to keep them together. But I would suspect at some point something is going to come along and then they're just going to absolutely collapse into nothingness, which usually happens. Usually it's someone like the Abbasids come along. I mean, they do have 17,000 troops to the Byzantines' 8,000 right now. The Persian Empire is falling apart. I think there's a high chance that what happens here is the Abbasids attack northern Africa. The Byzantines send their troops over here. Someone like Elakid, who's a conqueror, decides to declare war in the north, and suddenly they completely fall apart. That's what I think is going to happen, but we'll see. Anyway, back to us. Yeah, let's wait a month. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we have a betrothal thing. Yeah, arranged betrothal. You want to marry my daughter. Who are you? Oh, don't know who you are. Oh, and a martial perk. We can increase marriage acceptance for our daughter, and actually for ourselves it does matter because we still have another secondary wife slot free, but I'm gonna take this one instead because control growth is great when we have a ton of holdings which are not max control. It basically just means that we're gonna get these up to full speed a lot quicker. Cool. Right. My son is curious. That's a good trait, I think. Artifact claim is losing. I'm just checking none of the rest of these matter for me. Yeah, the only one that's kind of matters is Tunga's claim on the Persian Empire. But I don't really care if he has a claim on the Persian Empire. I mean, it doesn't really affect me one way or the other. If he wins, he wins. I mean, that's great. I just need to stay away from his armies, basically, while I'm hostile to him. But, yeah, it doesn't really bother me whether he wins or not. My daughter can be paranoid or ambitious. Yes, you're paranoid. It's fine. We're no longer at high level of quality of our army. In case you don't know, and I think I've explained this in other series as well, this quality thing, it doesn't matter, right? All this is telling you is what the makeup of your army is just effectively telling you the ratio of levies to things that aren't levies, right? To simplify it. So all it's saying is we have a bunch of levies right now. If we were to buy a bunch of men at arms, the quality would go up. The quality in of itself doesn't actually do anything, right? Like if you're a 1 quality versus a 4 quality, that doesn't actually change anything in terms of mechanically what your army does. It just says that your army is made up of a better quality of soldier, which will mean the army is better, but only because there's a better quality of soldier. It's not like if you're at decent quality, you suddenly get like a 50% negative to all of your troops. It just means that you have troops that aren't as good as they could be. Which makes sense, because we have a bunch of levies, because we just took a bunch of land, but we haven't yet turned that into men-at-arms. Because we don't have the money from it yet, because we have to wait for money to come in. Yeah. Fabricate claim. Do I need this anymore? I might as well take it. Yeah, we have a claim on Aaron, which is within our lands. He is part of a duchy. It would be nice to get it, but before we can do that, we need to actually defeat our liege. Yeah, it would be nice to defeat our liege, actually. He's directly in this war, right? Well, wait. Defending against Mistress Cheong the Determined of the Ranger of Paro, the war for Prince Kerboga's claim on the Sultanate of Kabulistan. Kabulistan is over here. Yeah, okay. So, these guys are attacking, and he's defending. He is an ally in the war. Okay, where are his troops currently? So he's currently in this army over here. Huh. Okay. He is allied to this person. Is that the person whose war he's in? So it's the Seljuk Grand Emirates that he's in. Or that's currently being attacked. So that's these guys. So they only have 6 troops currently. It's also allied to this guy. This guy has 2,000. So they actually have 2,000 and they still exist. Okay, and they're the ones that are over here, and they're not doing anything. But this guy's armies are currently over here. Okay. Who's our ally? Our ally is this guy. He's got 2,000 troops and he's currently not busy. But he has to walk past this territory. Huh. There's potential. Do we have another ally? We have another 300 troops here. Let's see who we can marry our daughter off to. One of our daughters is already betrothed, but is there anyone I can get an alliance with for you? Instantly get an alliance with these guys. Now that's 700 troops. That's pretty good. Or sorry, 7,000 troops. That's pretty good, but you're pretty far away as well. But we could get something there. Emirate of Palestine. Let's have a look over here. 4,000, much closer. Yeah, that's who I want. I want you as my ally. Wonderful. 4,000 troops, quite near to our territory. Let's wait for them to join that. Right. So then, what we can do is we can declare this. We can declare a war on our liege. Yeah. We can independence war. We can faction it. The benefit of a faction is he might just say yes. I can't create an independence faction for my liege. Okay, I could create a claimant faction for me. Wait, so what's our name again? Our name is Kute. No. Okay, so I can't create an independence faction because he's not an independent ruler. So yeah, I need to declare an independence war on our liege, which is independence from our liege. Yes. So I would still be the vassal of this guy, but that's fine. That's what we want to have happen to us. Our allies are much stronger. This seems great for us if our allies will join our war. You're not a conqueror, are you? No, so there's no reason this guy shouldn't join our war. So immediately I'm like, let's go for it. Right. So, his armies aren't nearby. His ally is completely unprepared. And we're going to have 4,000 troops on him. He could run his troops back over here, but that's not going to end up very good for him. Does he have any money? He actually doesn't have any money either, so no mercenaries. And his ally is not going to pay for mercenaries to fight the other guy's war, so... yeah. Cool. Call in our allies. I want to call in you. And you will say yes, you would love to. Your personality says that you would want to. What's your personality? Oh, right, yeah, it'd be these ones, right? Just, diligent, temperate. I don't know if it's diligent, maybe? Anyway, he's in. And maybe just because it's an alliance and he's honoring it. This guy will join. He's not as enthusiastic. How about you? You want to join? I mean, you're only 300 troops, but I'll take you. Yeah, we'll take you 300 troops. That's fine. We're going to raise our troops in our capital, and then we're going to walk backwards. Yeah, so we're going to raise our troops here, and we're going to work our way back down towards the capital of the Arabian Empire. Right. Let's do that there. He can no longer employ us as our master of the hunt because we're at war with him. And that seems fair. I wouldn't pay the person I'm at war with. That wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. Their ally joined, as we expected, right? There was no reason for them not to. Actually, don't even need to run, unless these guys look like they're running over here. Our secondary wife is pregnant. Cool. Obviously, it won't be our primary one, because she's 55. Don't know where the... oh, there's the enemy's army. Okay. I could just head over and start sieging. And if you're not going to stop me... Might as well do that. They're trying to merge. They're trying to merge their troops together. Yeah, these guys are trying to merge. You see, these guys are walking over that way. And they're... Oh, they just turned around. Never mind. Now they're coming back to us. Now they can see us. Oh, they were trying to merge for a second. I was thinking that would be great, because it means that they'd be at completely opposite sides of the map from where we are. Oh, they might also be running from this army. Let's see. Where's our ally? Our ally's there. Yeah, I would like to fight you in this desert, if that's possible. Would you like to fight me over this river crossing in a desert? Possibly. When they lock in, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna go for it. They're locked. Let's go. So this army is gonna come... Actually, if you're gonna attack me anyway, that's fine. Yeah, attack me here. I was gonna attack them so they couldn't run away, but if they want to attack me here, one, it thinks we're gonna win, which is pretty good, and two, these guys are 15 days away. Great. They're gonna be here in 9 days, where it's pretty even in terms of a fight. And now it's not. Cool. My counselor died, which isn't too good, but you know, there you have it. Let's put in a new marshal. Maybe that guy. What's up with our physician? Why is our physician now terrible? It's infirm. Ah, we need to replace you. Because I believe that there is an immediate check upon getting a wound in battle that your personal physician does for your knights. And if they fail it, then your knight dies. So it definitely makes sense for us to sort that out. I'd really like it if you weren't sieging my liege's territory. I guess we'll siege this bit of the territory for now. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I thought it said a Grand Plague, but it said a Garwal Pox. Okay. Oh, a person of interest to you. Emperor Frigg II of Scandinavia passed away from a sudden, virulent disease camping with his army. Oh. He just died. Okay, what diseases are over here? What's the plague map mode? Something like Control G? Control E. He died to this, I assume? To typhus. That would seem correct if he was down here. I think they were, weren't they? What war are they? They're down here. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for him to have died to... I don't know, he might have got all sorts of things. There are the diseases that aren't just plagues, I suppose. Huh. Anyway, Fresh died. Long live Cormy, who was also a son of our previous character. Huh. Alright then, was he the first son, Cormy? No. Fresh was the first son. I don't know why I thought he wasn't, but anyway, this second child inherited, basically. Oh, and his heir has gone off to be a adventurer at 9 years of age? Huh. And he's apparently a bandit and a trickster. Wow, things have gone off the rails for that dynasty within like 2 seconds of us leaving. Anyway, back down here. Right. Let's do some sieging. 11 months left. We'd love to get over there and take that siege, but we don't want to deal with it right now, basically. We want to leave this army alone. Hopefully they finish their war and leave it with no garrison and we just destroy them. Who are you? Are you the person who's actually at war with me? Yes, kinda. Okay. That's fine. 7 months left on this siege. Let's siege it. There's another one of our allies' troops. Hopefully they don't die. Oh, they're not hot. I just realized they're not hostile to these armies because they are underneath the people who are at war. Yeah, they're underneath the people who are at war with our liege. So they're not hostile to these armies. It's kind of neat. I like that. We need to go beat up these guys who are sieging our capital. Well, have they got 17 months? Yeah, that's okay. I think we'll be fine. We might just manage to make it there within 17 months. Can we only have to be here for 50 more days? So, let's go. We have won a siege. Nice. I think that they still have taken war score. That's annoying. Alright, we need to go beat up that army. Captured some prisoners. Worth 10 gold. We'll ransom him back. He's not worth any war score, I think. Should have checked before doing it, but no, he wasn't worth any war score. Made sense that he wouldn't be worth any because it wasn't the capital of our liege. We're just walking in here to attack. They have a lot of troops. Okay. I would love to attack them, though. Oh, we got there before they'd all left? That's fantastic. So we only caught half the army. That is great. Okay, cool. I don't know whether there's a battle war score stuff like cap on independence wars, but it'd be interesting to know. If this army could disappear, though, that would be great for us. I wonder if it'll just let us walk by to Kabulastan's capital. Where are you retreating to? Oh, you're not even retreating. You're just trying to walk past. Oh, you have nowhere to go because these guys are hostile to you as well. No, I want to chase him directly. I want to follow right behind him. Okay, my wife might be cheating on us. Sure, why not? We could just do find secrets and cancel it now that I think about it, because it said start the find secrets task, but you could just do that and then immediately cancel, so there's no punishment for cancelling, but anyway, she's not cheating on us, surprisingly. New martial perk. Increase control and county progress gain. That sounds good. Thinks we're going to take attrition walking in here. Probably will. Let's walk over here. Let's see if they'll let us just de-siege. Or declared on liege by this person. You've declared for the Duchy of Shervin. You piece of garbage. That's my land you've declared for. Okay. There's an independence war that's been declared against our liege somewhere. Independence war. Or no, it's this one that's got someone else in it. I see. You've managed to drag these guys in, so that's an adventurer group. Okay. Let's not worry about that too much. Okay, these 2,000 are here. Are they going to join us at some point, or what's their plan? Don't know. Anyway, I've sieged this. I actually got 100% war score. That's pretty good. Yeah. Because we captured an heir. Let's enforce our demands. Nice. This is now our new liege. So the Persian Empire is our new liege. However, we are about to lose the Duchy of Shervin. The problem with losing the Duchy of Shervin is that that's most of our land currently, and then we're going to be a weaker person underneath there. So now we need to solve this next fire that's appeared in front of us. Let's head over here and let's raise as many troops as we can in this one. Right. See how many we can get and then try and merge them together. We have a little bit of cash, so let's maybe upgrade our pikemen. There we go. Oh, we only got one knight out of that. Okay, it's fine. Let's try and merge our army over here. Now, that's quite a large army against us. Yeah, I'd really prefer if we could just sneak in there and do something. Nitrava is dead. Now, their sibling is taking over, Catalin. So that is, you're down, you're in. Okay, she died from being ill. Liege conversion halted. Yeah, I imagine that he's got other things he needs to be doing right now. Right. Let's merge our armies together. What's this? Pay ransom. You want to pay me 10 gold for this person. Alright. That's fine. Let's merge our army together. We got 1.4 thousand troops. You've declared, or you've sieged Iran. I could go up there and de-siege Iran, I suppose, and that would probably help. You're only in 2 wars right now, though. So if I can stall the war, we're looking pretty good. How many troops have we got here? Not enough. Okay. Dilik has come of age. She is an elusive shadow. Ooh, fantastic. It's a great education. Their sister came of age and is a skilled tactician, and now both of them need to marry. Because I've got marriages for them. Wonderful. That's fine. alliance formed with the second marriage as well, so we've got 1,000 more troops that we can potentially ask to join us. Cool. Right, let's head up here. We could ask to join our liege's war, I think, for this, this land. The problem with asking to join our liege's war is that it won't actually help us because we can't call in our own allies, I think. Yeah, so I could offer to join this war, but the problem is with joining it, we can't call in our own allies, so there's not a lot of benefit unless we're planning to hire mercenaries and actually fight for the war. Besieging the land, on the other hand, now there is a benefit to besieging the land, and they might let us get away with it because we're not technically at war with them. But if we were at war with them, they definitely would not let us get away with what I'm about to do. So let's see whether we can do it. I'm just going to sneak in here and see what happens. Do I want to buy a dog? I could buy a dog. Let's buy a dog that could bring down a boar all by itself. Wonderful. We're going to call this dog boar runs. I was thinking boar hunt, and then I was like, what do I call them? I don't know. Names are hard. Right. Task aborted to reduce control. The reason it's been aborted is our land is being sieged. Now, we can get this in 5 months. They can get that in 42 days. Hopefully, they don't see us as doing this. Oh, they totally see us as doing this. Okay, time to run. Burden of tax farming. As I take a stroll in the castle, I pass by the library, where my tax collector Bork seems to be in quite a despondent state. Oh god, I cannot do this. These tax law treaties are too old, too vague, too disorganized. How am I meant to find anything in here? I only want to check a minor detail before heading out to the provinces again. And say, calm yourself, I'll have you flogged, or I'll just walk along. There's a chance we can get cutting corners for 10 years. I don't really care if he gets negative stats. Let's do it. And a new focus. Cool. Okay. We're now going to head down here. They're going to let us do this. Okay, so we at least delayed them like a small amount of time. Now I'm going to head up here. I'm going to start sieging this again. And they're going to let us. How long is this? 3 months. Okay, we're basically just hoping we get a good event here. Oh, I don't like that there were hostile troops that close to us. What war are you in? Oh, you're also in this war, are you? Oh, you have 11,000 people on your side. Wonderful. You're not going to attack me, are you? Would be very unfortunate, because I wouldn't want you to. We got 30 days to siege. We have to win this siege. 14 days. They're turning to me. How many days have we got left? 5 days. Run. There's nowhere to run. I just got a siege. We don't have enough time unless we get like an amazing event, and we can't because the next event is in 20 days. Can't assault the fort unless we get an event. Can't run away. Predicted arrival 6 days, 10 days, 9 days, 12 days. Yeah, we're screwed. We're gonna die. It's okay though. We died for a good cause, and oh, we actually lost all of our troops. And the other thing that we did there is we reduced their army numbers, which is nice. Unfortunately, we are about to lose all of that land that we just got. Do I want to shape this child in my image, or do I want him to be diplomacy focused? He can be diplomacy focused. That's fine. Need a guardian for you. It's going to be our wife. She's shrewd. Shrewd is one of the traits which is good for educating children. Okay, so at the end of this, we're going to hold this land over here and this land over here. That's it. We're going to hold 2 bits of land. I suppose we can always take back the temple holding over here, which is nice, but I really would have liked to hold both bits of land. Yeah, they still have to take this until they get taking war score, so in theory our liege could win this for us, but our liege doesn't really seem interested in that. Our liege seems more interested in this war. Yeah, unfortunately. Where's our liege's troops? They're here, huh? So you're just randomly sieging. This isn't even their capital. You're literally just randomly sieging. Where are the peasants rising up? I mean, okay, sure, peasants rise up. Where are you? Haha. Secretly, we have raised some peasants behind them, so the peasants will siege the land, thereby taking away their ticking war score. It's genius. Genius, I tell you. It's actually, what's even worse is it's going to work. That's the bit that makes this even worse. They're actually about to de-siege it, which means that this army is going to have to go back up there to deal with it. That is so funny. I love it. They've reduced the war score in this other war because they've sieged that. This peasant army is actually doing something. We can't even fight it. We don't have any troops. Wait, are you into my capital? You wouldn't dare. I think they might. I think they might just dare. But wait a second. If we defeat this army, then wait a sec. I'm putting it together. If we defeat this army, then that land will become de-sieged, and therefore we'll start raising a garrison again. Yeah, our wife falls pregnant. General gossip. I'm such a good general because I'm ever vigilant. Yep. So they'll believe anything if they believe that. Though they're running back to that land up there. Okay. New martial perk. Siege progress against revolts goes up. Action military power. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like something we could use. Right. My daughter has been born. She is not very bright. Could disband my troops. How long does it take to re-raise them? 5 months? Don't really want to do that. You're going to go to this piece of land now, aren't you? I'd really love it if you go to Baku. Could you go to Baku for me? Another person has declared a war upon our liege, the Duchy of Avanti. That's going to distract my liege somewhat again. He's still in this war. Hopefully he white pieces this war. That would help him a lot. We're just going to sit here and raise our troops, I guess. There's not a lot we can do. Yes, they're going to Baku. Fantastic news. My novice physician has got better. So they're now going to siege Baku. Now these guys are going to have to deal with my revolt. Although they're also dealing with the armies that my liege sent, which is going to get them war score, unfortunately, for winning the battle. Yeah, they just got war score for winning that battle. They are now fighting another army my liege sent, which is then going to cause us to lose more war score. They still don't have ticking war score, which is nice, but it could be better. It could be better. Right, so they've now got even more troops up there. It would actually be more beneficial, by the way, for us if the peasant uprising won. Because what would happen if the peasant uprising wins is that all it does is reduce my legitimacy level. It doesn't actually do anything. I mean, it does. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but that would be fine. That would be absolutely fine if they reduce our legitimacy level. Oh, Edgar of Britannia died. Wait, when did you become Emperor of Britannia again? He became Emperor of Britannia again last year due to abdication. So now Eastmond of Reading is the heir. Or is in charge of Britannia. So it turned out that our house that we were in charge of did become Britannia again for like 6 months. Alright, so now we have Con. We have so many previous characters who are just dying off non-stop. I suspect due to the large amount of diseases that are now in the world. By the way, I should also mention, for this world, it's got some rules set up so that legends cost more, which is why there aren't like an infinite number of legends. We have some that are forming, but if we do have ones that have completed, like these ones took a serious amount of effort, although I think some of these were there when the yeah, I don't know, the Legacy of Arthur Pendragon I assume was already there, but anyway. Yeah, if there are any legends, they're gonna have been ones that people have spent a lot of money on. And diseases are less common, but there can be diseases the big disease can happen at any time. So the fact that there are so many diseases around Kind of gives you an idea about how bad it would be if you had it on the normal settings, which we did try on the first series that we did, but there were a lot of them. It was basically non-stop diseases. Do I want to try and get a martial learning or commander bonus for 20 years? Sure. I don't think oh, I might have got them. I'm just going to give up. I don't want to be stressed. Is my wife cheating on me? I don't know. Let's find secrets and then immediately stop finding secrets. Cool. That works. I think these guys are coming to fight me. Yep, they're coming to fight me. That's fine. I'm happy to like win or lose this war. It doesn't bother me. Our son is going to be educated by our wife because she's going to be able to well, she's shrewd, so she's going to be a good educator. These guys are just levies, which is why I'm not scared about them, because they're going to be significantly weaker than our troops in theory, so we should be fine. We trained for a tournament. We got well trained. It's not what we want. We want a prowess, or we want strong, but we'll take what we can get. They're going to attack us. They're going to get absolutely destroyed. We're then going to get these two unsieged. That's going to cause the army that's over here to start sieging land. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of our land, because what's going to happen is they're going to go siege it. That'll then get them the war score. The war score will then cause them to win, and our liege still has not turned up. Also, what's this event? I've never seen it before. Exotic expand. My wife, Pervin, has the habit of burning expand seeds to ward off evil forces. But now she claims that my wife, Saghar, has cursed her with the evil eye and stolen her supply of expand. Saghar, of course, denies all knowledge of this matter, but Pervin seems completely focused on acquiring new expand to rid herself of this supposed curse. Please, my lord, a magi told me about a sacred mountain in the sheikdom of Athena. Only there does the best expand flower bloom. We're in this battle, I didn't even notice. You must send for them at once. No. You can be jinxed, I don't care. We are winning this battle. It's gonna take these guys like 24 days to reach this battle. That's gonna be a little too late for them. Yeah. Our tutor died, unfortunately. He was slain in battle. So we need a new court tutor and a new wet nurse. We have a wet nurse available though now. Court tutor is going to be this person. And then spy master is going to be that guy, or this person, because they don't hate us and they're good at the job. What's my brother who was slain? Oh, it wasn't just my court tutor, it was my brother. Oh, well, it's unfortunate. Right, 100% in this war. I'm going to let it go as long as it can before enforcing demands. I might even let the game force it on me, because the moment that we enforce demands, this army is going to head up there and start sieging, and we don't want it to do that. We really don't want it to do that. Persia, are you ever going to send troops to my war, or are you just like thinking about it? Yeah, I don't think you're even thinking about it. I don't think you're going to do that. I think you're still in this war, which yeah, it's more annoying for me, but anyway. Just let this peasant revolt last forever. They don't have taken war score because the peasants have sieged this land. My daughter has smallpox. That's not ideal. They are sieging more of my liege's land. Wait, can I think I can break their siege. Enforce demands. Expand my army. Are you guys going to go break your siege? No, they're not. Oh well. 100% war score. There was nothing we could do. They had 10,000 troops. It was above our pay grade, and our liege isn't doing their job, unfortunately. Yeah. Our alliance with these guys has ended. Can I get an alliance with you? Nope, it was a short-lived alliance. However, I'm very happy I declared a war to get that land, and that I got my independence, because otherwise, this was gonna really suck. Right? This was gonna really hurt. I mean, it's pretty bad right now. I gotta admit, it kinda hurts. But it would have hurt a lot more had we not expanded over here first. Liege's War End. Yeah, I noticed that. And then this person has become landed. Lovely. Okay, well, we lost a couple of powerful vassals. You're apparently really good at martial. Are you a powerful vassal? Yep. Yeah, I think it has to be you on Chancellor instead, though. And then our steward is going to be this person who hates us for some reason. Cultural acceptance. He's a different religion. Ah. He would convert, maybe, if we were to make him like us more. Let's sway him a little bit. Cool. Right, station men at arms. You're unstationed. You can be stationed here. Right, I'm then going to revoke this title, which I'm allowed to do because it's a lower level title. This guy doesn't like me for it, but who cares? I just realized I literally just put him on my council. New chancellor needed. It's going to be this guy. There's nobody paying taxes anymore. You're not taxing your clan vassals. That's because I currently do not have any clan vassals. We have 4 domain because we have the 2 temples plus the 2 top level holdings. So we have some level of strength still. And of course, we did manage to turn a lot of the money that we made into men at arms, which now means that we have permanent strength, which is quite nice once these guys reinforce. But yeah, it's not an ideal situation. You want me to pay 25 gold for my... Oh, you want to pay 25 gold for my prisoner. Oh, you can... Yeah, no problem. My mistake. I should have really let these people out. Although, given that... yeah, given that you have no money... I might just gain hooks on them, and then if any of them earn money, I might get it later. Or something from it later. We'll see. And convert that person. Right. Nice. So, we have got rid of the prisoners. I'm looking at this nation now as well and thinking, maybe they're allied to this person who has 43 troops. So between them, these guys have 200 troops. However, you are, you don't really have anything going on. So what I might do is fabricate a claim. That's the wrong one. I might fabricate a claim on your land and just take that. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Right. Well, we've ended the episode with less land than we started the episode with, but somehow we're we're much stronger. We also have a different liege. We are now elite. We are now underneath the top level liege. Why does this matter? Well, now that we're underneath the top level liege, we can start doing all sorts of things if we want to start messing around. Like an independence faction, like a dissolution faction. There's many options for us. Hey, if we want to go absolutely crazy, what we do is we get a dissolution faction to trigger in the Persian Empire, destroy the Persian Empire, swear fealty to the Byzantine Empire, work our way up to Basilius, destroy the Byzantine Empire, and then we just let chaos reign. I mean, it's an option. I don't know. But right now, we're still alive, and that's what really matters. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.